Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. Missouri Department of Transportation uses LRAD sound cannons against speeding drivers. Now, I'm bringing you this story, and I'm going to explain what this is. And I want you to keep in mind, most police departments, most government departments stateside are near their budget, over their budget, bankrupt, any form close to that. So keep that in mind also. Coming in at $25,000 a piece, the Long-Range Acoustic Device, a sonic weapon best known for its use against protesters and insurgents in Afghanistan, will alert drivers to road conditions by shooting a loud verbal message through their windshields. The LRAD puts out up to 153 decibels of sound through an emitter, not a loudspeaker, said a Missouri Department of Transportation employee Michele Compton. I have problems with that name. I speak French, so I don't know if a name is Michael or Michelle. The sound easily, because in French, Michelle is Michelle, whether it's a guy or a girl. The sound easily penetrates the windshield and well-insulated cab of a car, even overriding the vehicle's engine sounds and a radio turned up loud enough to jam to tunes at highway speeds. Along with being placed at highway work sites, the LRADs will also be mounted. Notice they're saying plural. Each costs $25,000 each. The LRADs will be mounted to the back of MoDOT work vehicles. During a 2013 field test, an integrated radar unit was used to automatically activate the LRAD when an at-risk vehicle approached too closely. I have to edit their English. They have bad English in this article. Slow vehicles ahead, a voice repeats between loud alarm sounds. At a similar test with LRAD Corporation representatives, and there we have the crux of the matter. The LRAD Corporation. That's who's behind this. More than likely, the police and the Department of Transportation have absolutely no idea what they're doing. And they probably don't know that it is a weapon. They were probably told by the LRAD Corporation that this is a device, a tool. At a similar test with LRAD Corporation representatives, State Maintenance Engineer Beth Wright, a woman, referred to the system as a valuable safety tool. We found that women, although they've been fighting for a long time for equal rights and what have you, more often than not, if you find a woman in a Department of Transportation or construction or maintenance or something like that, she's a first-time woman. And more often than not, she is not told about things in the department. She doesn't have a history with that sort of job. So she is on the job training. So this Beth Wright, I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably she's a first-time female in that department. When you hear that, you do pay attention, Wright said. The intent is for a driver to hear it, to capture their attention, not startle. She has no idea and no prediction capability to say that they're not going to startle drivers driving at top speed and cause way more problem than they ever thought that they would cause. While MoDOT says that the LRAD will be used at safe levels, which is impossible, the system is more capable of causing irreversible damage if used past 130 decibels. This means your eardrums implode at 130 decibels. Did you hear me say the LRAD puts out 153 decibels? I want you to know that if you were standing at the lip of the back of a SETI 747 jet engine, it comes out at 140 decibels. And this thing puts out 153 decibels. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a weapon of war. I'll continue on before I give my conclusion. Residents of Kansas City were less than thrilled to learn that their state's transportation department had become the first in the country to purchase such a system. What about the workers and those that live near the construction zone? Lori Merrill noted on Facebook. Who wants to have that constantly blaring in their ears? While MoDOT will undoubtedly work to convince residents of the device's usefulness, its continued rollout in the United States has few excited. The U.S. Air National Guard purchased $500,000 worth of portable LRAD systems to be deployed throughout the country in 2012. The Air National Guard will be deploying the LRAD 100x systems throughout the country to support and assist civil authorities in the event of severe natural or man-made disasters. President and CEO of LRAD, Tom Brown, said. President and CEO of LRAD. During the 2009 G20 summit, and this is the first time that I had heard of it, in 2009, the G20 summit in Pittsburgh, militarized police for the first time used several LRAD units mounted to armored vehicles against peaceful protesters. Now, let me talk about that for a second. This device, if you want to call it device, we'll call it a weapon. That's what it really is. This weapon, when used against anybody, including enemies in a time of war, is considered inhumane. Your intent is not to help anybody. Your intent is not to get their attention. Your intent is to burst their eardrums, ladies and gentlemen. This is a weapon. It is not a device. For these people in Missouri to believe that this is some innocuous device like a stop sign or a police light, they are either kidding themselves, they weren't informed, they weren't educated about what's going on. But I'm here to tell you, this is a weapon. During the G20 summit, they did complain and said that that was against the Geneva Convention and that they were treating protesters, peaceful protesters with signs, like enemies. And the militarized police cut off their routes without any authority whatsoever. I would request that if you live in an area that's trying to roll out any of these LRAD systems, that you try and bring up criminal charges on the department heads, the police department, the mayor, everybody who was in on this. Go to the FBI, go to whoever, and try and make them criminally liable for rolling this out in your city. This is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is a weapon. Let's talk about babies on board. Your child, your infants in their baby carriages, in their car seats, and this is pointing at them. Let's say you're not even the focus of this LRAD system. You are 3 cars behind it with your infant in the car seat. You could end up with a dead infant. This is just that serious. People, don't just watch this video and take it for granted and say good video. This is just this serious. They are rolling out weapons on the population. They even said that trying to hose down people with water hoses, you know, like the fire trucks use, is a weapon. This is to the degree 10 times more than that would ever be considered. Share this video and pass this video. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.